Hey everybody, Dave here with Dave Does It One, and yeah, kind of a somber day today. I'm probably not going to get a whole lot done out here. Just found out through Facebook that my last remaining grandmother passed away today. I did get to go see her on Monday, so there's that. But yeah, I did get some parts in, so I'll go ahead and flip you around here and show you what I got. So, Eckler's was the cheapest place for some U-bolts for the Model A and the spring clamps. I got the shorter ones that are probably too short. I'll have to modify them, but they were cheaper, and that's what I need right now. Now I'm going to try and get the full spring pack mocked up in there. This is just a single spring sitting there right now. But then I also got the purple box. It's been a while. Model T and A rear axle brackets. So we have axle brackets. And shackles. Sorry, I really shouldn't put you on a tripod, I guess. So yeah, I'll just try and get at least the other spring set in place for now. So while I'm doing that, I'll turn the camera off here. I'll figure out where I stashed the other spring. Oh, right there. And I'll just kind of try and get that set in there, see how much I need to modify the clamps, and yeah, that'll probably be about it for tonight. I do have to take my daughter out driving. She has her permit, and you know, we need some night driving hours in yet. She does start her behind the wheel classes next week. Yeah, getting ready for another licensed driver coming up in November. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and stop for now, get cleaned up here, and I might set the camera on the tripod and show just swapping out that spring, seeing what I need to do with them brackets there. So, all right, check you later. All right, so I got the shackles mocked up and the U-bolts and stuff clamped in there. Let me go ahead and flip you around again here. Before I do that, the spring retainers for the bottom side of the U-bolts are the right ones. The U-bolts themselves are a little long, so I'll either have to get locking nuts or re-drill holes for the cotter pins. But yeah, let me flip you around here and show you what I got going on for now. The spring moved off center just a little bit, but right now it's just mock up, and that looks like a torched hole in that cross member anyways. And then I do have the shackles sitting in there. I do need to get rid of the bushings in the eyelets of the spring itself so I can put the bushings from the other ones in. Then I gotta lift it up and mock it up. And in the instructions here, it does have distances for different weights that need to be apart. So I think I'm going to go with the lightest one because I'm not really planning on hauling anything in this. But yeah, it's a little progress anyways. So still waiting on my rear main seal to show up for the engine. But yeah, once I get this spring welded in, or the spring perches welded in, redo the steering up front, and this is going to be a full-on sprung roller. Kind of excited for that. And it's going to sit kind of high in the back, but my plan is kind of like the zingers. I don't know if anybody recalls them, but Johnny Lightning makes a lot of the zingers, but they really tall with big tires in the back, and mine will be missing the big engine in the front, but that rake is what I'm after, old school. Oh. All right, well, that's about it for tonight. Go get my daughter some nighttime driving in, and we'll catch you hopefully tomorrow. Hey everybody, Dave here. Dave Does It One. And yeah, the clip I may or may not have just played, I recorded a couple days ago. It's been, slow progress out here. Yeah, I'm not going to go into details if I don't play that other clip before this, but anyhow, I'm going to flip you around here and do a little more talking. So, as far as the engine goes, I just got the rear main cap sitting on there. I am guessing my engine was replaced in Frank. This is not a 71 engine because the rear main seal was a 62 to 68 applications, and I cannot find one anywhere that will get here in time. So I asked my friends on Facebook for help, trying to locate an engine, cheap that I can use to just try and get this guy on the road. I do have the oil pan draining. I'm gonna go ahead and just set the oil pan back on here, put all the bolts in place that are sitting on the frame, and then once I get that closed back up, I am going to, I got the Sawzall sitting here on the ready. I need to cut the brackets that the steering rack bolts to and bend them down because it is too sharp of an angle where it's sitting right now because the tie rods go up through the bottom of the steering arms. So I need to correct that. If I angle them down, it should be enough to get it rolling, which I don't know if you can see, but the chassis actually rolls pretty good on the flat floor of the garage right now. I do need to, after I get the steering taken care of up there, I do got this stuff mocked up. I need to measure according to the Speedway directions. I'm going to go with the 750 pound and go 45 inches between the spring perches and weld them on top of the axle. You know, I'll do the best job I can with my 120 volt flux core, so I don't have any welding gas right now. And yeah, just try and get this thing done. And as I said, this thing in current form will never see a public road. This is strictly trying to get something running and going to do a burnout. Like, none of the tires I have on here hold air except this one. So for the rear, for the burnout, I'll probably put these old farm truck tires back on it. I might have to find some lug nuts and maybe swap the wheels from my S10 onto the front. I will have to get lug nuts. But yeah, so in the meantime, until I get engine set in place and bell housing, like, I'm going to give it a couple of days. Thursday this week, I probably won't get anything done because I do have a funeral to go to. But yeah, today is May 3rd and the show is on May 17th. And you just saw what I'm working with. Yeah, after the spring welded in there, I didn't really explain this tape on it, but so the body ends here and the rest is bed from back. So I am planning on boxing in, you know, with chunks of whatever I can find, you know, getting this all patched up so the bottom side back will come off. So it'll just be a nice step there. I'll have to figure out all that. And the top and front of the tape will come off, but I need to solidify the back a little more before I do that. Or my other option I was thinking about is, because there is a seat riser. Yeah, it's hard to see in there, but that is maybe about the thickness of the frame. So I could cut a notch for them frame rails and leave them full length for this. Might have to, you know, shave an inch or two off to stay within the seat brackets, but you know, I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. So anyhow, I'm just gonna, you know, I'm not gonna set you up on the tripod. I'm just gonna get a little bit done here, and I'll pick you back up when I hopefully have a little progress. All right, just another little update here. Gonna walk up by the front here, flip the camera, and it is ugly yet, but I had to cut through the tops of those and bend that down. So now the tie rods are not at quite such an angle, and it'll get a little bit better when I get weight on there. Right now that is pretty much on full droop. Jack stands under the pivot points of the control arms. And it was still hot, so I don't have them bolted down. I just dropped the bolts through the top. I need to finish putting the nuts on there. But yeah, so after I got that done and kind of welded in, I need to add some more bracing in there. But I came back here and tacked the spring mounts on. They are measured for the 500 pound, or did I do the 750 pound? Anyways, one of the lighter weight ones. So I think that's going to be about it for tonight. Tomorrow I need to pull the spring pack out of there. Try and get the old bushings out so I can get the new Speedway bushings on the brackets and just kind of see how high this thing actually sits. And again, it will have more weight on it to bring it down a little bit, but like I said, it's a rat rod meant for a burnout, and it will get completely rebuilt after that, you know, unless somebody really likes it and wants to buy it. But yeah, that's where we're sitting. Have a good night, y'all.